Hey Sting, it's Michaela.
And Bella, your 25-26 producers.
Welcoming you back to Noise News. You thought you were done with us, but we've got a few more stories up our sleeves.
I know you don't usually see us on this side of the camera, but since this is the last show we're producing for Noise News, we figured we'd pop in front of the camera.
Our staff has worked very hard on all their stories this year, but not all of them make it into our shows.
Because this is the case, we like to have a few extended edition shows at the end of the year to let these stories shine.
The first of these stories is about the changes Spectrum's choir has endured this year.
Take it away, team!
Spectrum's choir has been around for years, and over the years there have been many changes. Some of the more recent changes have been the most influential, though.
We have kept it pretty traditional as far as our ensembles go. However, making some changes with the schedule, there has been, we are now singing every day instead of every other day.
Mostly it's been good because we get to practice every day, and that's way better for our pieces, but we just have less time to do it, so it always feels like we're kind of scrunched for time.
Really be involved in kind of what we're learning and how we learn, and he's really open to ideas, so being able to have more of that say in what we do in the class.
Sure. So some people have been able to join choir halfway through the year or at the change of a trimester. I've seen that those people have really wanted to join the choir, and so they were putting their best effort in. And some of them even performed in the Christmas concert at the high school level. So I think that this year we've been able to start diving into more of the nitty-gritty earlier than we have been able to last year.
Like we did a collab with Northwestern and their choir. That was really cool, and we would have never done that before, and that wasn't something that we had never thought about before.
The changes in choir have affected the students and the class in general in many ways, but the choir doesn't plan to stop there.
Hopefully, if not this year, the next year, we're going to be acquiring some choir robes that are actually the same color as what Spectrum's theme is, green choir robes, and we're getting them from Mounds View High School.
I think Kempenick is probably going to do a lot more events in the future, which is a really good thing because I think choir needs a lot of events. And then I'm hoping that the practice system will get a little better and maybe a little bit more organized.
Or maybe even just like more options and availability to do more solos for chamber, not for chamber, but for concert choir, rather than just chamber and melodies and harmonics more often.
This year, many changes have been put in place, and many more will occur in the choir's future. This has been Bryce and AJ, Noise News.
Thanks, team.
Big changes like these can bring much anxiety for staff and students alike, but it also gives them the opportunity to come out stronger than before.
So true. Speaking of anxiety, I think we actually have a story on how anxiety around different changes and events can affect students at Spectrum.
Oh, really? That sounds like an interesting and important story. Let's hand it over to Mikaylee to hear more about it.
Current events in society cause a lot of different emotions for many people.
There's a lot going on, but it doesn't directly concern me, and I haven't been looking into it enough.
I mean, I think that there's a lot going on in society right now, and I think that it can be really overwhelming. And so I think it's really important that we try to just stay calm through all of it and have those few friends that we're able to talk with and kind of just process through and work through how we feel about the things that are going on and not get overwhelmed by it.
There aren't many things that we can do to determine the outcome, but some people in the Spectrum community have been doing some things that they think are helping.
I think it's hard to tell what our outcomes are going to be, right? Some days it can feel very, very much like there's negative outcomes, and then sometimes it can feel very much like there's going to be fine things and they're going to resolve and things are going to get better. And I think it's very hard to predict, which is a piece of why it makes everybody so anxious and makes things difficult for people.
Only God knows the future. I mean, I'm not really sure. I think that we only can do the part that we can do. We're placed in positions, and I think it's what we try to do in the spots that we're at that's going to help make a difference. But I think that, again, one person isn't going to be able to solve everything, but together, if we can just keep working in unity and try to work towards peace and calm, I think that there's definitely hope, right? It's just that we have to take it as it comes and not get overwhelmed by everything.
People in society are doing many different things that they think are benefiting them.
I have a life to live. I can't be spending every minute of every day going like, okay, what if this happens, or what if this happens? Sure, a little bit of forethought and putting some care into it is necessary, but there's a healthy amount of how much thought I can put into this, and then there's also an unhealthy amount of worry and concern that, quite frankly, I don't need.
I would say that personally, I feel like my life is a pretty low risk life, but at the same time, I think mental health wise, shielding ourselves from things is good. Focusing on giving yourself enough information that you're informed, but not going down rabbit holes or doom scrolling or taking in too much information, because that does feed our thoughts and cause us to worry more, or even put us at risk of believing things that are like outlandish conspiracy theories. So making sure that you're, focusing on facts and focusing on being safe personally and engaging with your community in safe ways.
I very much try to stay off of media, overload. I try to make sure that I am aware of current events and understanding of them, but I don't let it take over everything, because it just can get really dark and kind of upsetting.
Although there isn't anything just one person can do to fix what's happening in society, it is important that we continue to work together to start to see the changes we want to see. This has been Mikhaili Zolga, Noise News.
Great story.
I think it's so cool that we can talk about things like anxiety. It makes people feel less alone.
So true. Speaking of anxiety, things like social media can cause anxiety, making people compare themselves to others or even cause isolation.
You're right. And while we're on that topic, Allison actually has a story on social media.
Awesome. Take it away, Allison.
Recently, Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook, has testified before a court due to the concerns about the ethics involving social media. Social media can be a negative influence towards the health of students.
It's been hard for certain students to make that in-person connection. It's so easy to type it out on social media, but once you have to interact face-to-face, it's really difficult.
People on social media point out people's flaws, and then that makes you think, wait, I have that. Does that mean I'm flawed? So then you start to not feel so confident in yourself.
Things like anxiety and depression can really ramp up with a lot of social media use. You're constantly looking at social media, seeing how everybody's life is perfect. They have the right hair, they have the right clothing, when that's not necessarily true.
A certain celebrity advertises a product and all of a sudden everybody has it, or everybody sees an ad for something that's really cool and really popular, and then they're showing up with it, and then you go to a thrift store a year later and they're all on the shelves there.
If social media were banned, the way of life for many students would be different.
There would be quite an uproar for a little while anyway. Students are very used to having that. I do think that they would adjust and maybe make some more of those personal contacts in person rather than online.
I would be really, really bored, because that's what I do in my free time. I just scroll endlessly. But I think it would be positive. I'd probably go outside a bit more.
When I was in high school and in middle school, social media was just becoming a thing. And I was so connected with my friends, and I would just send a quick text, hey, do you want to go hang out? And it wasn't us spending time just sending things back and forth. Or when I hung out with my friends, we weren't just sitting on our phone. We'd actually go and do things, walk around the mall, or go outside and play a sport or something like that.
Like everything, social media is good in moderation.
Social media is great for letting students connect with other people, making friends, and, being able to communicate constantly.
I think it's great for spreading information. I mean, seeing it through school, and that helps me see when there's events going on or achievements of our sports teams and our other activities that we have around school.
When you use social media, It is important that you continue to make connections in real life and that you're aware of the potential dangers that comes with it. This is Allison, Noise News.
Wow, it's so important to hear about how social media can affect students.
I agree. Switching gears, Vincent and I have a story on the sports managers here at Spectrum.
Great, I'm excited to see it. Take it away.
Spectrum offers a wide range of sports for students to participate in. Coaches help these sports stay up and running, but there's another position which makes these sports possible: managers.
If they need somebody to complain about a bad ump, or if they need somebody to laugh about a bad up to bat or something, I'm there for that. But when it comes to technical things, I run the book, so I'm on the iPad, and basically every single player or batter or pitcher or anybody who touches the ball, I have to put that into the system.
It's a good balance of like, I don't do the sport and do the activity, but I'm still with all of my friends. So like I'm still like there for all of the fun moments.
They have them running times, they have them organizing stuff at the actual like 6th grade gym whenever they need to do stuff, and like getting out awards.
Managers are in a unique position where they are a part of their team but do not participate in the sport.
I decided to manage softball because I have a lot of friends on the softball team, and then over time I've just kind of fallen in love with watching them play and watching them grow and being able to spend the game days with my friends.
I was running track since 7th grade, and this year, since prices went up, I wasn't going to be able to afford it, but I still wanted to be involved with the team.
I wanted to do something with friends and also with a sport I like learning more about.
No matter the reason that students have chosen to manage for a sports team, they still feel the connection of their team.
The track environment as a whole, it's such a big group, and I mean, like, there is a lot of support going into all of that. A lot of fun to be able to see people who are like, you know, sitting there encouraging each other, and like, even if they don't really know each other.
It's really the team, the dynamic, the people. They're just really awesome people, and being able to spend time with them is something that I'm very grateful for.
The spring sports managers make an impact on their teams. This is Vincent and Michaela, signing off.
Great story.
Thank you. I'm glad our managers were able to be noticed. They do so much for the teams here at Spectrum.
So true. While we're on the topic of sports teams, have you heard much about the golf team we have?
No, but I did hear Naomi and Hayden have a story on them.
Great. Take it away, team.
When people think of sports, oftentimes being competitive comes to mind. On the other hand, golf is a sport many people play without the expectation of winning.
I see it as more of a hobby than a sport. Golf can be a really fun sport to play, and if you're just there for fun, that's great.
Even though some are there for the challenge and others for fun, they are all able to work together.
If anyone has questions, everyone helps each other out.
We are all kind of silly, and so we can joke about how bad our hits were, depending on how bad they were, and just how we're all really close.
The bond this team has fosters unforgettable memories.
Last year, we had this kid, Noah, on the team, and it was his first ever varsity meet. And in order to beat Pact, we needed a pretty good score out of someone, and our 4 seed didn't play that well that day, and he was sliding at the 6 seed. And first match ever, shoots 100, gets us to beat that team. We get first place in that match. We all took him on. I took him on my shoulders, and we got a big picture together.
One time, we were on the driving range, and I said, "Unga bunga, ball go whack whack," and then I hit the ball 300 yards.
The one super cold day, Jackie, our girls coach, she took us to the clubhouse, and we're all able to like sit around the table and just like chat about our goals.
All of these moments, serious and unserious, show how golf is an option for anybody. This has been Naomi and Hayden, Noise News.
Great story, guys.
Our last story of this Producer Edition show is a profile on Josiah Carlson.
I hear he's turned passion into business. Let's hand it over to Amanda and Gabe to hear more about him.
Many high schoolers spend their free time doing what they enjoy, but few turn it into a business. Josiah Carlson has done just that.
So my videography and photography business is where I provide services for companies or specific people, sports, schools, seniors, any of that, and I'll take photos for them, I'll get coverage for them, I'll make videos for them, I'll make just anything to advertise or to kind of collect memories of something.
Being interested in a hobby isn't hard. It's the time and effort that goes into making it a reality that is.
But ultimately, I guess I'm not sure what started it. It was just more of, he kind of just got into it and kept going with it and has grown a ton from different people who've helped him.
I got my first little GoPro and I thought it was the coolest thing. And then my kids pastor started teaching me some the camera basics.
As a teenager, there are limited ways to make money, and Josiah needed a way to pay for camera equipment, so he started a lawn care business.
I also have a lawn care business that I run, and I would do a whole bunch of odds and ends jobs just all over the place to be able to afford building up the business and then turn it into a true business.
Videography is not Josiah's only passion. He also enjoys many other hobbies and pastimes.
That he really loves serving at church, at the church that he goes to, and that he wants to become a creative pastor. So he does the lights and the sound, and he plays in the band.
I love drumming. I've been drumming for over 10 years. It's always been a passion of mine. I love dirt biking and four-wheeling. I've done that most of my life.
With a drive like his, the people in Josiah's life see a bright future ahead of him.
I think my drive mostly comes from just the calling that Jesus has given me.
I think my favorite thing is just his passion in general for people, and so meeting new people or just trying to get to know different people. And I think that's always just fun to watch.
He's such a polite, loving, caring person, and I think no matter what he does, he will excel.
I never want to stop learning.
Putting yourself out there to do what you love can be scary, but it is possible. This has been Amanda, signing off.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Sting, that's all the
Psych! We actually have more stories for you, just not in this video. If you want to check out some more awesome stories, head over to the Producer Show anchored by the lovely Bryce and Naomi.
This has been Michaela
and Bella,
keeping you
in on the noise.